Alright, so my last video, you know how I showed you this weird little light up button here? Now, this is really weird. So if you don't know anything about Ableton MIDI, get off this video. But if you do, hopefully you could tell me what's going on. So on my old Mark II, what I had set up over here along this line is an automatic BPM changer. So let's say if we were playing something, right? I could then change the BPM pretty quickly if I ever heard that the BPM of a song was just like slightly off and I needed to speed it up or slow it down pretty quickly. I do on the K2 have one of those little wheels at the very top there, at the very bottom there. One of those changes the BPM, but I also have some custom ClipX, which is a third-party Ableton program thing, which does things in Ableton, so you can press a MIDI note and it does something. So if I show you what's going on, what I'll do is I'll slightly turn this down and we'll just play this, right? So as this is playing, which I need to go over to here and turn these around, you should, no, I also need to set the master out to 1 and 2. There we go. So you can hear the drum playing there. If I was to speed it up, and if I was to slow it down, to go really slowly, what's happening on this Launchpad over here is it's activating the light show that is being sent to Launchpad Mark II is being sent to this one over here, which is a bit strange, hey? But that could easily be explained through, the MIDI routing I have. And the only thing that's doing that is this over here. So if I press the buttons again over here, just watch as the ClipX little MIDI configuration is activated, and it's activating those. See how it's activating? Whenever I click one of these buttons. But doing so, as you can see, the Launchpad X here is activating it's activating the lights on the Launchpad X in a weird configuration. If we go into the MIDI settings, which I'll show you, it's activating those notes there, which are, of course, on channel 1. Which is the channel I don't want to use. So that's where that weird little light was coming from. And hopefully, that's not going to fix my problem. Go look at my last video. It goes into whole in-depth of my whole problem I'm having with my MIDI setup in Ableton Live and the Launchpad X. If you're into the Launchpad X or any Launchpads, and you can clearly see the differences between the two. It mainly has to do with the user mode setups and all the custom modes you can set up on the Launchpad X. But as you can see here, this isn't sending to... wait, no, you can't actually see. Let me bring this down. This isn't sending to any MIDI channel at all. What's supposed to happen on here is when it's activated through a MIDI selection, it lights up the button. That's how it's supposed to work. And no MIDI is supposed to be sending to any channel or any other device. They are supposed to send to every single channel, which is what's kind of happening through ClipX here. And this little, it's playing that note. If I actually was to change that note, I'll show you on this Launchpad here. If I was to change that note to, let's say, the C8 there, bam, or even if I just move it up and down, you can probably see the note change to a different note. I went, no, it's not. Okay, that makes things more fucking complicated. Look, I'll show you again. I'll change the note down here to what it's playing, to an F, and the same button lights up. I thought it would have changed because, these are selected to different notes and stuff. I do not know what to do here. I am very fucking confused. But this is an add-on to the other video that I did before. But yeah, can someone please help me?